Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you have not been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books. I have an audiobook for you today, which is The Killing Sense by Sam Blake. This was an interesting one for me. There's the front cover for you. There you go. The audiobook was read by Fenella Woolgar, who I adore. My first experience of seeing Fenella Woolgar was in an episode of Doctor Who, where she played Agatha Christie. And as soon as I saw it, it was just like, I completely believe that this woman is Agatha Christie. And obviously I've seen her in a few things since then as well, and I just think she's a wonderful actress. And this book really does show off her acting chops. Yeah, let's read the blurb, shall we? Danger is closer than you think. Single mum Kate Wilde has escaped an abusive marriage and hasn't had a holiday in years. So when she wins a 5-day trip to Paris to learn about perfume, in a competition she can't remember entering, it's a dream come true. Or is it? Almost as soon as she arrives, Kate's ex texts with evidence that he's in Paris too. Kate can feel she's being watched, and she's sure someone has been in her apartment. Then she discovers there's a killer in the city focusing on red-headed women like her, and his kill count is rising. Who should she fear the most? All Kate's senses are on alert, but can her instincts keep her safe? So this is in crime, thriller and psychological fiction, target audience adult, and its duration at a normal speed is 10 hours and 55 minutes. If you've been here before, you know that generally I do not listen to books on the traditional speed setting, because I've got a very active imagination. I'm a very quick reader, which also means I'm a very quick processor, so I can go from 1.5 speed, 1 3/4 speed. I've even done double speed before. I've never really gone faster than that because it gets to a point where my brain just can't process it, but I can at double speed, but I can't go any higher than that. This was actually quite a good book. It just took me a while to get into it, and I don't know why. Did I just think it was a bit too obvious? I don't know. It does have a little quote on the front saying clever, gripping and exquisitively told by Graham Bartlett. No relation. At least I don't believe so anyway. I think it's just that I thought that Kate was a bit twee. I think Kate was a bit naive. Like it says in the blurb, it doesn't even try to escape the fact that she doesn't remember entering this competition, and yet she won it. It's a 5-day trip to Paris, and yeah, when you hear about her relationship with her ex, you're just like, my spidey senses are ringing out. You don't really understand why Kate's spidey senses have not gone off, and why she went to Paris, because it's just like, if that was me in that position, like, I would not trust it at all. But yeah, she just seems a bit too trusting. Like, she has a daughter who stays at home, and this is her excuse to just escape, essentially, and learning about perfume. And when she notices that things are moving in her room but not that much, I feel like she doesn't have enough of a reaction to what's going on. And then with the murders as well, it's just, I don't really know how to explain how I felt. I thought it was brilliantly read by Fenella Woolgar, and as I said, it really showed off her acting chops. There were lots of different accents happening between the French accent, the Irish accent, and just her regular accent. Where is Fenella Woolgar actually from? I think it's a great name, Fenella, because I feel like she has a fairly RP accent. London. It says she was born in London. If you don't know who Fenella Woolgar is, you'll probably realise you've seen her in pretty much everything. But yeah, it was the Agatha Christie episode of Doctor Who. It was David Tennant and Catherine Tate, my favourite Doctor Who pairing. I don't care. I absolutely love those two together. I think they're absolutely brilliant. And when you saw interviews of them promoting stuff, their friendship is just insane, and I love it. Now, stop talking about Doctor Who, Dad. Yeah, I feel like it says Kate's senses are on alert, but can her instincts keep her safe? I feel like she didn't really have any instincts. I just felt she was naive, and the fact that she agreed to actually go to Paris thinking, oh, I get to learn about perfume, and it just did not clock, she just did not clock what was happening until she was in Paris. And you know, there was evidence that people were going into her room, or someone was going into her room and moving things, but not enough. And it's just like, this was an abusive marriage. I don't understand why she made half the decisions she made. And when you've also got the other murder mystery as well. To be honest, I felt like I was more invested in the murder mystery with the redheads. That there is an overlap, but I was definitely more interested in that than I was of Kate's story, until it started overlapping and you started to get more information about it. But yeah, ultimately for me, it was the proper murder mystery that I was more brought into rather than Kate's situation, just because I think it was just the way that Kate was presented, and as I keep saying, her naivete. There was just so much when it was just like, why? And I know when it comes to stuff like that, asking why is really stupid, but within the constraints of a book and a character, there was just a lot that really just didn't make any sense. I'm not saying it wasn't a good book, because the fact is I did enjoy elements of it. There was just, it left a lot of questions for me going through Kate's story, and it's a dream come true, or is it? And it's just like, she does like enjoy the course, but the fact that she won a competition that she didn't remember entering, and as you go through that and you find out what was going on, and it's just like, some of it was just a bit too obvious for me, which means that when there was a bit of a twist coming out in regards to the people that she got to know and who was involved in the murder mystery side of it, it was like, oh, that's actually quite a clever twist. But I had mixed feelings listening to this. I really enjoyed the narration from Fenella Wilgar, but there were just elements of the story that just didn't make sense, and I couldn't keep up with. It's interesting to have that kind of relationship with a book where it's just like, yeah, I did like it, I did kind of enjoy it, there were elements that I did but elements that I didn't. I still think for murder mystery fans like me, you will enjoy the murder mystery side of it, but I have a feeling if you've read a lot of murder mysteries, this is going to be one where you're not quite on your toes as much, because a lot of it you can see coming. I think that was my main issue with it. Kate as a character, a lot of it being quite obvious. Yeah, I think that was my issue. But the audiobook was wonderful. I absolutely adore Fenella Wilgar, as I just said. I mean, even the tagline, danger is closer than you think. It leans into the twist a little bit, but it wasn't quite as twisty-turny as I would have liked for somebody who really likes a good twisty-turny thriller type thing. It just wasn't twisty enough for me. There was one good twist in there, which I enjoyed, but ultimately it was just a bit too obvious, certain parts of it. Yeah, I'm gutted I didn't have better things to say about this book. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to enjoy other Sam Blake stories. There are a few on here. There's Mystery of Four, Keep Your Eyes Open. It might just be this one book, but I'm not averse to giving Sam Blake more of a go. There's other audiobooks on here. As I said, there's those two others, which are The Mystery of Four and Keep Your Eyes on Me, and then there's a load of regular books. There's the Kat Connolly series that's on here. That's 3 books there. There's Keep Your Eyes on Me, The Dark Room, Remember My Name, and High Pressure. But yeah, Remember My Name is actually available, so I might actually give that one another go. That one is actually described as a brilliant, twisty psychological thriller, so maybe that one is a bit more twisty and a bit more up my street. The tagline on Remember My Name is a wife, a mistress, a daughter, and a threat you won't forget. Remember My Name does sound interesting, so I'm going to borrow that. See, just because I've had one strange situationship with a book doesn't mean I'm going to completely, like, avoid the author, because it might just be that one book that was just not quite right for me. So, The Killing Sense, as I said, there were good parts of this, and it wasn't as twisty-turny as I'd liked, but there was a good twisting there that I didn't see coming in regards to the murder mystery side of things. It was just that Kate's side of the story, until those two stories finally merged, Kate annoyed me. I think that's just the best way to put it. But yeah, Killing Sense, Sam Blake. I enjoyed it. It was just slightly frustrating at times, for me. Not that it's going to be like that for everybody. But yeah, I do think there's good parts of this, and I think murder mystery fans like me would enjoy it. Maybe the point is that Kate has made a stupid decision, and maybe the point is that she's naive, but as a character, I thought she'd be a little bit more alert to what was going on around her. Because when it came to noticing that things were moving, it did feel she was a bit alert, but when she starts getting the messages, it's like, think, girl, use your noggin here, please. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. The Killing Sense, Sam Blake. It was the audio book narrated by Fenella Wilgar, who does it expertly. Is that even a word? It was expert, wonderful telling of the book by Fenella Wilgar. I have a bruise on my leg and I've no idea where it's come from. It's on my right leg. That is not the injured leg, so I've no idea where that bruise has come. Have I walked into a door somewhere? I don't know. Anyway, it's been a beautiful day today. The sun is shining. I have been on FaceTime with my parents because they're on holiday at the moment, so it was wonderful to finally talk to them after us just continually missing due to different time zones. Just missed each other over this past week. Plus I've been working, I've just done 6 days in a row and I've been knackered. So this is my first day off after 6 days in a row. And it was a massage heavy week, I can tell you that. Yesterday was the first day where I didn't have 5 massages in one day. And so it was such a relief this morning to not have to get up. But I do have to get up tomorrow. But then I've got the weekend off to spend with my niece and it's going to be lovely. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. It is a shame when I've got a book that I'm not continually singing the praises for. I do wonder if that was kind of the point of this book, the fact that she isn't somebody who you instantly click with. You know, I do like books where you've got like unreliable narrators or people that are a bit unlikable, but there was just something off about the character of Kate that I just couldn't quite connect with. But yeah, so thank you. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and then I will see you next time with another video. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. Stay safe. Goodbye!